Okay, people, so now it's, what is it? November 27, 2019. We're doing it old school way with the camcord here. So basically what's happening is I'm downstairs working, right? And I'm just going to, like, focus on it for the next 2 weeks. That's it. And I'm telling you, people, how long has my stuff been in Auntie ShaMay's room? Like, a month and a half? Right? And already things are being taken out of there as in theft. I've lost an outfit, apparently. Apparently Sierra took that one. And I know Sierra went into that room at some point when I was first setting it up because she had left a little bag behind. Because she sneaks in every now and then, right? Because she hasn't been around. She's been in jail. Because what's happened, people, is somebody is, like, literally walked off with a bin of fabric. Fabric that I've been hanging on to for years, right? Because, you know, I'd like to get back into my sewing if I can, right? I'm not sure which bin it was, but I'm kind of right now, I'm on a rampage. Because if it was my ribbing, the ribbing that I've had for, like, ever since Sierra's been a baby. So what, 30 years, some of this ribbon I've had? Right, a bin, a Rubbermaid bin. If that bin is gone with my ribbing, I'm not going to be able to make children's clothes for my grandchildren. Because I'm not going to have the ribbing, people. So after I'm done this video, and Tisha comes upstairs, I'm going downstairs, straight into Auntie ShaMay's room, okay? And I'm going to look for my ribbing because I've already torn apart a few bins up here looking for this ribbing. Because yesterday I was downstairs and as soon as I moved, because my son moved his box spring into Auntie ShaMay's room for temporary storage. As soon as I moved the box spring like this, there was this big gaping fucking hole where a bin had been literally lifted up out of there and taken out. And that's what I can notice, people. And when people steal from you, that's what they do. They make it so that you don't necessarily fucking notice it. That one was kind of hard not to notice, though. Right? Because of the way the bins were all fucking set up. And one was just gone. Or maybe two. I'm not sure yet. So I'm really upset right now, people, because one of the reasons why I did not rent out that room after Edgar left is because I didn't want fucking strangers, just people moving into my house and thinking that just because they pay for a fucking room, they get fucking, they run the house now. And everything in the house belongs to fucking them as they're fucking stealing behind your back. Literally, people. I wanted to give my kids some time to fucking relax without having to worry about that shit or without having to worry about these people bringing in their fucking friends and sitting around and their friends are stealing. Or they come in and they start doing drugs, right? You find out your tenant's doing fucking drugs, acting weird, stealing your shit, causing trouble. And then when you ask them to leave, oh, I don't have to leave. Take it to the landlords and tenants branch. I'm a tenant. You have to give me a reason why I got to be kicked out of here. You got to give me 30 days, and I don't have to pay rent while you give me those 30 days. Fuck you. Call cops. See what they're going to do. They're not going to do shit. So anyway, I'm like this. All right. If that's the case, I put $500 in each bin. So the equivalent of approximately $500 worth of fabric from one bin that I'm aware of at this point, people, has been taken out of my house through theft. Okay? I don't know who did it. Honest to God, I don't fucking know. That shit hasn't even been down there for like fucking, it's been less than 2 months. And not even 3 weeks ago, that shit was there. So in the last 3 weeks, somebody has purposely gone out of their way to steal from me from Auntie ShaMay's room. Namely fabric. I just haven't figured out which one yet. I was going to log the shit. I should have. I was going to lock the fucking door. I should have. But I didn't want to lock my kids out. I wanted to give them a chance to fucking just relax. You don't have to worry about a fucking tenant moving in so that we can cover the rent. Because along comes a tenant that you don't know off from wherever. They can tell you anything. They come in with their first best impression. Next thing you know, you find out the complete opposite people. It's like having that woman move into your house. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female when it comes to a fucking tenant. It's a 50-50 as to what you're going to get. Right? In terms of in the average gene pool of everyday people. So $500 we know is gone, approximately, on the one bin. In terms of if you were to go out and have to replace that fabric and buy it all over again, people. And so I already got it in my mind, that's it. To compensate for my loss, I'm going to reward myself one day. I don't know when, because I don't have $500 to go to the fabric store. But there's going to come a day within the next 6 months or so to a year, if not within the 6 months. I'm just going to haul my ass off to the fucking fabric store and go buy myself $500 worth of fucking fabric, a brand new rubber bin, and I'm going to fill it up and I'm going to put it back in that gaping hole. That's what I'm going to do, people. If my bin of all white fabric got fucking stolen, because I don't know which bin got stolen yet, right? Then I'm going to go out and buy $500 of white fucking fancy fabric. If it's my pinks, same fucking thing. If it's my ribbing, people, my ribbing that I have had because I did a lot of sewing in my years, people. And this is ribbing that I had from when I used to make my own children little outfits. The ribbing is when you have a tracksuit. You have a tracksuit, right? And you have this part. This is the ribbing. My bin, I'm honest to God, I'm as soon as I'm done this video and Tisha comes upstairs, I'm getting into fucking Auntie ShaMay's room. I'm bringing up this camera, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, because if that bin, if I can't find it downstairs, I've already looked upstairs, but if it is not downstairs, but I think it is, because I thought it would be safe. I didn't have another tenant move into my house. So I didn't have to fucking worry about that. Nobody's bringing their fucking friends around. Tisha doesn't bring her friends around. Marcane doesn't bring his friends around. So who the fuck is stealing my shit, people? Well, what are my choices? Well, honestly, it could be Tisha. I'm going to talk to her about it when she comes up, too. Simply because I hate you. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm moving out. Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I understand. I don't necessarily like you either sometimes. You're a little too bossy for my liking, right? You know, we're living in a tough situation as if I don't understand, right? So, yeah, I don't blame you, right? Every little birdie likes to be free, right? Isn't that what birdies do? They leave the nest? I understand that. But was she the one who took the bin? And for what reason? The only end for that one would be she gave it to her friend so that her friend could give her a bit of money and Tisha would have some money. But Tisha's kind of shooting herself in the foot, though. Because I'm telling Tisha, well, I want to teach you a little bit how to sew. I know you want to make some lingerie and da-da-da-da, and, you know, and we'll start off with just some easy stuff with the kids' clothes, right? I'm all excited, people. I'm actually excited to make a little Alea outfit. I'm actually excited to make something for Andre and Amari. And now I'm like fucking having panic attacks because I don't even know if I have the ribbing anymore. If I don't have the ribbing, I can't make the clothes. Like, what the hell? And I don't have $500 to go to the fucking fabric store to replace that one bin of $500 worth of ribbing. Because of some spiteful fucking human being that creeps my house. Whether it's inside because they're mad at me, in terms of, I hate you. I'm just going to walk off with this bin and go sell it for $100, even though it's worth $500. Just to spite you. Right? Because I don't respect you. Right? Isn't that how people justify it? Right? Or maybe it's my son. Maybe my son's mad at me because I'm not cleaning up the basement, fucking clearing it out, making an empty fucking space for him, like as if it was walking into a brand new apartment building that you're gonna put a deposit on. Like, if that's what you want, go fucking make your own house somewhere else. Well, I really can't, because the family has to stick together. The family has to stick together, because if we don't stick together, it's just gonna get harder on all of us. I realize that, Mom, so I can't even fly the nest. Tisha can't fly the nest, Marcane can't fly the nest, but they're angry with me, people. And when people are angry with you, what do? They spite you. They try and hurt you. So I'm like, did my son take that bin just to spite me and to hurt me, right? To have that one up on me, right? Or I have more options than this. Because you go to the ones that are in the house first. There's Tisha and there's Marcane. There's nobody else. I did not rent out that room, people, for this fucking purpose, right? Well, the work guys were working in the bathroom. Not even a week and a half ago. 2 weeks ago. There's a whole band of them. In and out, in and out. Maybe one of them took it. Maybe one of them took my costume. Maybe it wasn't Sierra who took my fucking costume, because those costumes were sitting in the fucking hall right up by Tisha's door on a freaking rack. Right? One just stays behind, the other ones leave. The other ones don't know what the one stayed behind did. It's possible. It's possible, people. Right? Right? So maybe it was one of those workers that was working in the bathroom that took that bin, or whatever else they took, because I don't really know what they took, people. I just know it was a big gaping fucking hole. And if I lose my ribbing, I'm telling you, it's like, oh my God, you don't even understand what it fucking feels like. Especially when you were looking forward to using it, and that's all you had, and you can't afford to go out and buy more, right? But you have enough to get you through with your grandkids, or maybe make a little, fucking, what is it called, hoodie for your son. As he's telling you to throw everything out because your life is useless and meaningless and it means nothing. And that you're the problem. So you can't rule him out with an attitude like that any more than you can rule out my daughter with an attitude, I hate you, there's nothing from you that I want. You can't rule them out. But you can't rule out those fucking guys either that were coming in and out working in the fucking basement. Or there's another option. Maybe ShaMay's ex, Julian, has a house key. Maybe. And his sister got a hold of it. They like to fucking lurk. They're always creeping around, right? I wouldn't put it past the sister. Tisha says, well, not Julian. Julian wouldn't do that. I can't see Julian doing that. I said, yeah, well, I can't really see Julian doing that either, but I can fucking see his sister doing it. I could see your sister fucking creeping my house, sneaking into ShaMay's room, stealing fabric, right? Just because she can, because that's her character, right? So that's what, 4 on the list now, right? We haven't even gotten to Sierra yet. Or maybe it's Edgar sneaking back and decided that he has a hard-on for fabric. Right? Maybe he broke up with his girlfriend and he just wants to molest fabric now. Who knows? So, right? Maybe he did a double copy on a key. Right? And he's sneaking into ShaMay's room and to ShaMay's room and stealing fabric. For a fetish. So that's 5. That's 5 suspect groups there, right there, people. And then, maybe it is Sierra crawling through the windows or sneaking through the fucking door. Who knows? And she just decided to scoop up on a bin and walk out the door. 6 suspect groups, people, and I'll never learn the truth. I'll never fucking learn the truth. I hate this house when it comes to this. I've told Tisha, I have had so much theft go on in that basement right? Because of the fucking bullshit. If it wasn't fucking Joan stealing from me, Auntie Joan, Uncle John's wife, because of her spiteful fucking attitude, right? It was the various people that were moving in and out. You know, I've rented that room out to a young man that was homeless. He was stealing. You know, at one point, Mark Hain let one of his friends stay in the living room because he needed housing and help him get a job and all this other shit. That kid ended up being a fucking drug addict and was stealing, right? That didn't work out, you know. And then, of course, we know the bullshit that was going on with ShaMay and her relationship, right? That didn't fucking work out. Lots of people going in and out. At one point, you know, there was, when we first moved in, before, you know, when the kids were a little younger, my stepson, Clayton, was coming around, right? That's my stepson. That's the brother to my oldest son, Brooks, right? He was coming around and he was fucking thief, like, right? And like when they're fucking thieves, they don't stop, people. They don't fucking stop. That's why they're called thieves, because they can't stop. Sierra can't stop. So Sierra's not allowed in the house. Even if she was to clean up her fucking act, I wouldn't want her in the house very long because she's a fucking thief. Right? She's so corrupted that she can't control herself. It's like little triggers with her. Right? And I've caught on to her game, and I just don't like it. But that doesn't mean that she can't fucking walk into the basement because the door is open and she thinks she can just go do what she wants. Because she will do that if she thinks she can get away with it. But I don't see Sierra being in jail, deciding to go into Auntie ShaMay's room and singling out a fucking bin just so that I would notice that it was gone, people. So that I would notice. And if they didn't take it because they wanted me to notice that it was gone and they had one up on me, I got you, bitch, kind of thing, right? Then they took it for the fucking value, the monetary money value. Because I highly doubt that they took it home to fucking sew it themselves. They weren't sewing it for themselves. They went off to fucking sell the shit. So anyway, now that I got that off my chest, that's the stuff that makes me want to curl up and die. Right? That's the kind of stuff that just makes me want to fucking give up. I was going to put a lock on that door, but I didn't want to psychologically fucking lock out my kids. I was going to eventually put a lock on that door, right? But I just wanted my kids' emotional, psychological well-being just to calm down and reconnect with the family. The only thing is our family is so fucking broken. It's so hard for us to reconnect that, you know, our relationships are too stressed out. Even if I don't bring in a third person, like as in renting out that room. And then shit like this happens. Right? But initially, I didn't want to lock the room for the first little while because I just wanted my kids to relax. I didn't want them to have to feel threatened or insecure or have to worry about crap. You know? Live a normal life in a fucking normal country. But we don't live in a normal country anymore. That's the problem. And this is the symptom to the problem. I'm locking it now, though. I'm going through the fucking bins now. As soon as I get downstairs, I'm bringing my camera. I will show you. And if I've lost my fucking ribbing, that's it. I'm going out and I'm buying $500 worth of fucking ribbing. Because I have to, people, because I won't have ribbing to be able to fucking make the clothes for my grandkids. That's normal living. That, you know, normal. Sew a little pair of pants and a little top. Make a little dress. Maybe some pajamas. You know, that's normal. Anyway. But that stuff just makes me want to curl up and fucking die. And then to get the verbal end of things when, you know, you're fighting with your kids over stupid nonsense. Right? And then they wonder why you think that maybe they did it. Because I want to tell my son, I want to tell my daughter today, maybe you guys did it just to spite me the way you've been talking to me and, expecting me to give everything away so that you can, I don't know what the fuck they want. I really don't know what they fuck they want, but I'm telling you this, what I'm learning is it's a good thing people fucking die, man, and just get away from the bullshit. That's the only way to get away from the bullshit. Could you imagine if there was such a thing as immortality? And you could never really get away from the bullshit unless you just packed up and fucking left everybody behind? Because a lot of that bullshit comes from other people. Right? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about here, since I'm talking, I've been working with XSplit, trying to figure out how to use their dashboard. And it looks like the computer that I'm working on, the CPU processing, gigameroos in the inside of the computer itself, it's not that strong, right? In terms of being able to handle a live stream as well as record the stream, for downloading onto something else at a later date. To do the two at the same time, you need a pretty strong processor, and mine is like a mediocre, so we're not too sure how the two are going to process with each other in terms of if I'm going to get lagging or da-dee-dee-da, right? So anyway, working on that, and it turns out that with XSplit, because I'm going to do some more lives here pretty soon, people. I'm going to try and, I'm either moving forward we know I'm always being pushed back, right? That's pretty standard. Stealing that bin is a big fucking hit, okay? And that's why they did it, unless of course they did it because they just wanted it to make money. That's all, right? Because I don't see anyone stealing it to use it for themselves, right? They would have sold it to somebody else at a discount rate. And if they did it on purpose to spite me, well, then they get, double rewards. Or if they were just some random person that came into my house, whether they fucking had a key or not, and they were lurking, or whether it was those guys and one was left behind and he looking around and he thought, oh, nobody will notice, and I'll take it home to my mother. Who knows? Really, it's very trivial when you think about it. A bin of fabric, like, who does that? Right? And so I was talking about XSplit, right? So yeah, what am I doing these videos for? To sit here and rant about how my stuff is being robbed, even as I don't fucking rent out rooms, and I absorb that $575 a month in rent just to keep that room empty of a human being, to protect my family from fucking theft. People, to protect my family, I didn't want a stranger moving into the basement and stressing out my son or my daughter, making them feel that they couldn't feel safe in their own fucking home, right? Without having to worry about fucking some person that moved in and start stealing from them. And here it happens to me. And I don't know where it's coming from. So, with that said, where does that leave me with the nonprofit? Outside of, well, we know what happened. We know how to fix it once I figure out what got taken. And I'm telling you, if it's the ribbing, I will budget in within the next month or two a $500 shopping spree at the fabric store to replace it. Because that's how important that ribbing was to me. Even though I hadn't used it for over 10 fucking years while I've lived in this house, working in this yard, trying to make a home for my family that tells me that they fucking hate me when they are frustrated with their own lives. Right? And want to blame me for every single fucking thing that's wrong under the sun. So I'm thinking if I do more lives, as long as I can record them, I can switch computers over if I need to, which I probably will, but this one has to be reformatted. Because when you convert videos from a camcorder on a computer, it takes up a lot of space. Videos take up a lot of space. And very quickly. So this one here, I'm going to have to reformat anyway, but because it's a newer computer, I'll probably switch them over, take this one offline, and just use this one to convert videos over and that type of thing. While this one I'll use online, which has got a better processor, which will be able to handle live streams better, right? So that problem in terms of creating a better live stream has been solved. It's just a matter of switching over computers at some point in the future. In regards to me getting up in front of a camera, and regardless of what I'm talking about, I've been doing it for so long, people, that, you know, I look at it like this. If we get to, this is, in a nutshell, this is it. I'm going to give it my best shot. Only because I've been working on the nonprofit for so long. You know, we're at this point in life where, you know, we're still doing something here. We don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something. And so with that said, I'm going to bring in more live streams, see what happens, and then if the numbers go up in terms of subscribers because of whatever reason, and we get to that, what is it, 1,000 people? 1,000 people, right? Then I think what happens is the super chat opens up on YouTube where people can actually make a donation through the super chat. Okay. And in light of what's happened to me with my fabric downstairs within the last 3 weeks, people. Okay, this has happened in the last 3 weeks. Because I was just down there a while ago, right? And, let's just say we're at 1,000 people, and you know I'm doing more regular lives, right? For that vision, right? And people start making a few donations through the super chat. From watching other people on YouTube, it sounds like a lot of people don't like it because YouTube takes a fair amount of money off of the dollar. I think it's 30%. I've heard some people say 50, but I think it's 30%. So they take 30% on every dollar that's donated, right? So therefore, YouTubers usually recommend people to make their donations to either PayPal or to, what is it called? Some app or something like that. And in Canada, I guess we don't have apps like that. I don't know. I don't have a cell phone, so I don't know everything. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if we ever get to the point where we have 1,000 subscribers and I'm doing lives because, you know, I'm not being trolled too bad, right? Like, I'm going to show you something here before I end this video in terms of trolling, okay? Because this person here is starting to troll some of my videos, and I don't like it, and I don't want to block the person because it hasn't become habitual yet. It's just something that I'm beginning to notice, right? So before I block this person, I'm just going to make a reference, you know, and just put it out there, what's going on. This person is what I guess people can say they're clout chasing, right? They're just, you know, causing trouble so that people will go to their videos and go watch their videos. I'm not even getting on that bandwagon, people. I'll block the person before I get onto that bandwagon, okay? So, all right. So let's get back to the chat. So let's just assume that if I go into live streams, which I worked with XSplit all day yesterday to try and figure out what the hell was going on with the sound, with it, you know, looping and all this other stuff. Well, in a nutshell, basically, my little camera, you know, that videotapes my face, apparently it had a mic in it too. So I had 2 mics going. So that could be one reason why we're getting a lot of that looping. So that's been corrected. And they pointed out, you know, some other things in there that I should be paying attention to in terms of having the settings set before I start the stream. So I'm going to, you know, practice on that, work on that. I'm going to probably switch over the computers at some point. And then as we go along, I would suspect as we go along that, what do you call, we're going to meet 1,000 people. And one day somebody's going to do a $2 donation into that super chat. It might be the only donation that super chat ever gets. But I'm asking myself, well, what if you get to that point? What you going to do with it, Judy? And where are you going to put it? Well, right? How are you going to access it? Where are you going to spend it, right? And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm not doing this for that purpose. Outside of building on the foundation and its mandate, even though I get beat up around my house because of it, because I still work on a nonprofit. My kids don't necessarily like it because it's been too long, people. It takes too long to accomplish anything in life when you're forced below that poverty line, that manufactured poverty, right? But that's all I have until I die, or until, the nonprofit itself goes into dissolution. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let's just say that does happen, and all of a sudden YouTube contacts me and say, hey, we got a check here, we want to send it to you, like, get on with it, fill out the forms, and, it's your money, and right? We're tired of being a bank, we just want to, give you what was donated to you, your channel, and, carry on with business, right? And I'm like, well, I set up the message board where if money accumulated in there, right, that money could be used to start a little company to manufacture hats and that kind of stuff, right, to generate money, to build on the objectives of the foundation. Well, why couldn't this the super chat be held for the same reason? Because I'll tell you, if it goes, I'm either going to flop out with the live streams, and I'm going to get trolled heavily and stalked and harassed and humiliated and gaslighted and insulted for whatever reason, just like for whatever reason, whoever took that bin was insulting me, right? Stalking, harassing, gaslighting, right? Unless, of course, it was purely for money, right? Or maybe they, I can't see Punjabi men going into ShaMay's room, stealing a bin of fabric. For what purpose? To give it to their mother? To give it to their sister? Because that would be the only people who would be interested in fabric in the Punjabi community. People who actually sew with it. For the most part, unless, of course, you go to a fabric store and you do business with them. But for the way it was all placed into the bin, it would have been used for personal purposes. If a Punjabi man decided he wanted to steal a fucking fabric bin, what was he going to do? Go sell it to his buddy? Right? The probability of that is very low. Give it to his mother or his sister? Okay, maybe I could see that Christmas is coming, but again, it's kind of low on the list, people. It's low on the list, right? And it's interesting that as I'm talking about building in a live stream where the numbers could very well go up, whether I'm a flop or not, doesn't matter. Because I'm talking, I'm talking with the service provider, and I'm like, they're saying, don't worry, you'll figure it out, you'll grow into it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It won't be so difficult for me to figure out all this stuff. And, with the pressure in the eyes, sometimes it just gets goopy for me. And so they're like, and I'm like, yeah, and if, it might pick up. It might pick up. It might pick up for the wrong reasons. I might end up just being a fucking bash fest for fucking GMI and the Duncan clan and the fucking Johnson clan, right? And friends, along with Fraser Health Authority and CIBC Bank, right? And then people are like, well, why, you like abuse? Well, why are you doing it? What for? And I'm like, okay, well, there is a foundation, right? I haven't fell off the grid yet. The other board directors haven't fell off the grid yet, right? So if I was to build up this channel, let's just say in that way, where there are over 1,000 subscribers and I'm doing, regular live streams, regardless of the topic, because it's a hit and miss with this channel. We're pretty multi-diverse in terms of topics. And what do you call it? And those donations start coming in through Super Chat as I'm watching other people do videos saying, don't donate to Super Chat because, one, we either can't access the money because we don't know how and YouTube won't give it to us, or, YouTube takes off 50% or 30%, which, is less dollar value on the dollar being donated. So donate to my PayPal. But let me tell you something. I'm not going to go off and try and set up a fucking PayPal with one of the fucking trust accounts for the nonprofit at this point, because if it comes to that, the board director that's thinking about becoming president needs to do that. He needs to have a fucking accounting firm that can manage that account. Okay? Because I don't have the time, energy, or inclination to be sitting there managing it. That's why I figure if the Super Chat comes in, based on my efforts to build up this channel for whatever the fuck reason I'm doing it for, and donations come in, well, those donations can just sit there because YouTube can't keep them, right? But they can hold them for a while until we figure out what we're going to do with it. And it will go back to that default. It should be used as an investment to build a company. Whether it's setting up a manufacturing fucking company or whether it's maybe helping to pay for the licensing fee that we need for YouTube to be able to go out and promote goodwill in the community, right? YouTube doesn't care where their money comes from when it comes to paying those things. So just think of it as money in the bank, right? And then when I see I've got money in the bank, that's when I'll go to the board director and I'll say, look, there's money in the bank, you need to get up on it, get that accounting firm to manage it correctly, log it, and that's what I'm thinking. Because if you can't even put bins of fabric in your dead daughter's bedroom without it having been pillaged and robbed within less than 3 weeks, since the last time you were down there and you looked at those bins, could you imagine if the money started rolling in, what the fuck is going to happen? If it doesn't work, people, and I look like a bloody idiot, and I'm talking in circles, and people are just coming around fucking trying to insult me or other people, then I don't know. I don't know where I'll turn with that, but for now, I just want to let you know what's going on today. So, we'll end it on this. Maybe I should upload this now. How about I upload this now and then take the camera down fresh and start another video after this? Because I'm like, my heart is like fucking broken here. If I can't find my ribbing, people, oh my God. Anyway, this person here, do you see this? Okay. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but they keep going to this one particular video, which is starting to turn out to be like stalking. Okay? And like, I don't know really what I should do here. I'm looking for something. Oh, yes. Okay. So, 1 month ago, this person made a post. Simple. I'm also from Canada. Much love from Toronto. Okay? Then 3 weeks ago, so a week later, for whatever reason, this person comes in here and starts ranting. Okay? And she's ranting on about Tiffany. Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to give her any play. I'll provide the link to this video if you want to see it. Then she came in yesterday. Okay, so this person says something. This person comes in and has a hissy fit. I left it, right? It wasn't addressed to me, it was addressed to them. Obviously, they got the message and they don't want to respond. If they didn't like what was being said, they would have deleted their post and everything would have been gone. So, you know, c'est la vie. Anyway, they didn't get no play. You can see that. She didn't give this person, whoever this person is, no play. So that person wasn't satisfied, had to come back into the same video 3 weeks later and then start attacking me in a roundabout way. You keep putting on and off your glasses. Well, if you were paying attention, you know I'm going blind. Okay, but thank you for reminding me of that. I already knew that. Then this person comes in here and starts saying, "Are you okay? The radio is making me crazy." I mean, like, I'm not even going to give it any play, people, because they're not coming in with good intentions. You can read it for yourself if you want. Okay, I'll read this to you, because this is clearly gaslighting, trying to provoke something here. "Are you okay? That radio is making me crazy. How can you talk with it on? You look like a nice woman. I'm older also, but I noticed you are a little shaky. Do you really believe you are being gang stalked? If you do, call the FBI and tell them. But why, right? They're just as dirty as a gang. But I do think you need something to relax you. Ask your doctor, honey, to give you something to help you relax. And the radio so high while you talk hurts my ears, but I do think you are a nice person." Okay, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Wasn't satisfied with that. But if you notice, there's something missing here. Okay? That's 3 posts. Okay? 1, 2. She actually made 3 that day. I'll show you the third one. All right? But she initially started 3 weeks ago. Right? So obviously this person wants attention. Now, here is the same video, right? These are the comments. See? Here it is right here. Just hold on a minute. Okay. See? Same video. Same video. Same video. You watching? 23 hours ago. 23 hours ago. Where am I? 23 hours ago. This one here, this particular comment is not showing. Somebody else flagged it, or she's hidden it, or YouTube's done something. Because this video is, again, showing up in my comments, but it's not showing up on the actual page itself. Right? I've already read this one to you. Are you okay? I didn't respond. I'm not responding simply because it's no news flash. I'm going blind. So what does it matter whether I put my glasses on and off? I'm going blind. Right? And then because she didn't get any play from that other woman, she coming in acting like she's got something new to say. She a bully, a piece crap Tiffany M. Draper is stupid. I left it for the day. I didn't delete it. I didn't do anything, but it's not coming up if you go into the video. So somebody or something has already censored this comment. However, I want this person to know, and since they're watching my videos, let this be a warning. You are stalking my channel to import your negative opinion, and you need to stop, because I don't know you from Adam, and I happen to like Tiffany. You go onto this person's page, right? their videos are very generic. It's all about Kanika Jenkins, for the most part, right? Copy and paste from other people's stuff, but is coming in with their negativity and attention-seeking antics on my page. If you go into the video itself, you'll see it's not there. There's the one you keep putting on and off your glasses. There's this one, whether you know... Oh, no, sorry, that's Francis. This one, are you okay? The other one, though, where she's directly insulting Tiffany, is not showing. However, what is showing people is this person, who happens to be a woman, is stalking videos. It's like it doesn't start and stop with the one bin, right? Who's coming into Auntie ShaMay's room and stealing fabric? And if they're stealing fabric, what else are they stealing? What else are they doing? Right? So, as of today, and I was going to do this, but again, I just wanted my kids to have some mental fucking peace without having to lock everything up from fucking thieves. To be able to walk into ShaMay's room and feel welcomed without having to unlock the door first. You know, just to protect fabric so that you can make your grandchildren clothes or whatever you want to make. Well, that's the same kind of crap as this, right? This person is leading kind of towards that, being spiteful, and, you know, for what purpose? Why are you, you know, trying to get me going, right? Why are you attacking somebody who actually helped me to get out there as to what happened to ShaMay, right? So I haven't banned this person yet, people, okay? And even if I was to ban this person, for people to do this kind of stuff would just find a way to come in with a fucking fake user account and would continue probably doing what the person already does, because the person doesn't see it as what they're doing is wrong. Right? But I don't see why I should have to go in there and start fucking copying and pasting posts and, you know, and deleting, you know, blocking user accounts, because they themselves can't control themselves. A thief can't control themselves. So I've left it there for now. I've specifically stated you're trolling my channel, you're trolling videos. If you're watching this, I'm asking you to back off, because first of all, I don't know you. I'm not interested in talking about the videos that you do. There are enough people out there that do it already, and right? That's not why I do videos, people. I told you why I do videos. So we're going to leave it on that note. I'm going to try and do a live stream after I'm done with the basement, depending on how long I'm down there. Obviously, I'm going to camcord a bit of this when I'm down there. And then I have to upload, convert, and, you know, and then up, you know, whatever, right? I'll be too tired to do a live stream, but I think I've got my settings a little better with XSplit, so that the next live stream I do, it's just going to be a test to make sure that I'm using the mics and stuff correctly. And I have to write it down and, you know, so I don't continue to keep making the same mistake over and over and over again, because that's what I've been doing. And then if it looks like the numbers start going up simply because I'm doing live streams, we don't know. And we start getting donations coming in through that super chat, because there will be no what is it called? There will be no PayPal accounts attached to any of that. There will be no apps, no GoFundMes, no Patreons, no nothing. It will simply be the super chat. That money will just sit there and accumulate, and as it accumulates, it gives me a reason to go talk to the board director and say, look, we need to set up a better accounting system so we can get on with, moving forward, right? Moving forward. And that's all I gotta say. That's just like whoever took my bin for whatever reason, right? Maybe it was a Punjabi man that decided he just wanted a bunch of fabric. Maybe he's the one who had the fetish for fabric. Maybe it wasn't Edgar, who knows? There's too many suspects in the gene pool of who took it, right? So what do? You replace what was taken. And unfortunately, you have to lock it up. So if any money comes in, YouTube's locking it up. YouTube will have the key. Because I don't got time to fuck around, people. I really don't. I really fucking don't. And if I'm going to put myself out there and, maybe something changes for the better, the last thing I need is people robbing fucking money.